The Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2 wide banana seal.
You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
On the border of North and South Carolina, in the beautiful city of Charlotte, there was a game that happens every year. And this year we had Florida State versus Louisville. It was the ACC championship. Honestly, I believe this is like one of the first years. No, it was still the Dr. Pepper ACC championship. Never mind. I remember the Dr. Pepper toss. It's always the Dr. Pepper ACC championship. It's a delicious drink.
Always, dude. ACC fans will know that.
That's for sure, dude. I you know how much Dr. Pepper I drink? I don't drink any.
But you know,
it's
the Dr. Pepper ACC championship game.
Oh man. And this was a absolute defensive shootout, man. But first and foremost, I am Riley Puddin-Peters. With me as always, I have the doctor, defensive backs quality control coach, Preston Rowe. We are the Trash Talk Tailgate. And this game was an absolute masterclass of defense. I want to say one thing and one thing only. And it's apparently Louisville can't run the ball on everybody.
No, they can't.
I had a lot of confidence in that team coming in, man. I think they shied away from the run a little bit too much. I mean, and I know, listen, first and foremost, I already said first and foremost once, so second and second most.
Okay.
Something that is ridiculous about this game is the Florida State defensive sacks count. They had 7 total sacks as a team. Braden Fisk, 3 sacks himself. I mean, he had an amazing game. 9 total tackles. 5 of those are solo. 3 sacks, 4.5 tackles for loss. That add to the total of 14 as a team. So that's 7 sacks and 14 tackles for a loss. I mean, you want to know why? You want to know why Louisville only had 6 points off of 2 field goals? 7 sacks and 14 tackles for losses. That's why.
Yeah.
Add into that 10 pass deflections. And, I mean, even with a third-string quarterback named Brock, Florida State was able to come out and just shut down the Louisville team that I said coming into this game had the upset potential. I will stand by that. They just,
absolutely.
I thought that offensive line was going to be able to. I didn't think they were going to dominate, but they ran for our star running back Jawar Jordan. He only got 21 yards. They relied. Oh, sorry, hold on. No, he got 52. Sorry, I was reading receiving yards. My fault. He got 52 yards for the whole game. Still way under his average. I mean, he was averaging close to 100 a game. Like, he only ran for 52 behind like a super powered offense, especially compared to a lot of the teams they played. But that defensive line just was menacing them. Like, it made them look like they really hadn't played football at all. To be honest.
Yeah.
Like, there was moments where this team looked like they weren't the cohesive unit that we had seen beat Notre Dame. Like the cohesive unit that we'd seen just come out and get a 10-2 record and lead to the ACC championship. But I think that just speaks to Florida State and how good this team is up and down. Offensively, like I said, third string quarterback named Brock. They don't even have TikTok Tate. He got hurt. So they're on Brock. And in the legend of Brock's, he came in and he led him to the win, but his stats are definitely third string. I mean, he went 8 for 21 for 55 yards. That's only 2.6 yards per. No touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah, Riley, that's the key thing. Going into this game, you know that coaching staff for Florida State was like, hey, Brock, just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
don't put our defense in bad situations. Like, we can win this game with our defense and a strong running game.
Yeah.
That's exactly what they did.
Exactly. I mean, as a team, they ran for 164. Now, that's with some negatives from a few players competing, like Toafili, right? Toafili?
Yeah, Toafili.
10 carries for 118 yards. It's 11.8 average and a touchdown. He busted
That's
off a
insane.
73-yarder. That was electric. Electric.
Yep.
And then, of course, Trey Benson. I mean, he had 18 carries for 67 yards. I mean, that's the workhorse for them.
He is their bell cow.
Yeah, like, he was out there toting the rock. Honestly, Toafili really had the game that Florida State needed someone to have. Like, when you're on your third string quarterback, you need someone to be amazing. Like, someone has to have an amazing game. And he did it, dude. That 73, that's the electric 73-yard rush. It really brought a lot of old Uncle Mo to the table for Florida State. And, I think they were able to ride that. As that, that was like one of the only touchdown? No, was that the only touchdown?
It was the only touchdown.
That was the only touchdown. Yeah.
It was the only touchdown.
Yeah. I mean,
it was a defensive slugfest.
It was a defensive
That's
slugfest.
what we said.
Truly.
Defensive battle, dude.
Man. Yeah, dude. Wow. That's so, that's just what you got to do, man. You got to show up and you got to do the things that are not expected of you, positive, Like, those are the kind of plays that you need to make when your team is down bad. And they showed up. Florida State showed up head to toe. And it was a great performance by them. Also, heads up, or shouts out to Louisville. Like, they did play pretty well, man. This Louisville team it was good, man. This was a good team. They were a good team. They were a good team. They're a fine team.
I mean, it's hard to win 10 games in the ACC.
Yeah.
It's hard to do that. And they did it. I mean, and they did it off a strong run game. They did it off their quarterback typically not making big mistakes. He threw an interception this game, and they really couldn't run the ball against this amazing elite Florida State front seven.
Yeah. I mean, it was an impressive defensive performance for sure. Not a little wildcat. Hey, I'm a wildcat.
Touchdown. Yep. That was the only touchdown of the game.
It was a little wildcat. I mean, listen, dude, you got to do it sometimes, especially once again when your team is hurting. You're on your third string quarterback. You got to be in there and you got to be the running back, dude.
Yeah.
The Florida State Seminole Vesicles, man. It was sweet. He did almost throw a pick there. Should have had a pick, but
he should have had a pick there. But,
it's all right though.
As a DB, you got to take advantage of that. You got to catch that.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
in the hands, dude.
Oh, just got his hands the wrong way.
He's Hans, not hands. Nah, man, that dude is not on the hands team. He told him to stay on the sideline during onsides. He said, "Get on the sideline, bub." Yeah, this was a good game. Honestly, man, there's really not much more to say.
No, it's just Florida State. They're just kind of constricted, kind of like the boa constrictor analogy I used for Michigan.
Check out that episode. That was a great one.
Yeah, go check out that episode. I mean, this game, Florida State, they really just used their defense and their elite front seven and D line to just constrict Louisville, take away everything they did really well all year, and even with a really bad offensive performance, this game was never really in doubt because you just knew Florida State's defense isn't going to allow Louisville back into this game.
Yeah, nah.
You know?
All night. Every time Louisville had a spark of hope, Florida State batted it down at the line.
Yeah.
Dude, they batted so many passes down at the line. This was just another one.
Dude,
They did that shit.
They had 10 pass deflections to go along with the 7 sacks and 14 tackles for a loss.
There were so many at the offense or defensive line deflections, dude. It was.
Yeah.
At a certain point, I got to a point where I started feeling bad. I was like, dude, they're just getting their shit swatted. Everybody's like, oh, I just got swatted. And I just got swatted.
Yeah. Oh,
dude,
man.
It's that's some of the best plays in football. Like being a defensive lineman and being able to get a pass swat, just to jump up and swat that thing, it's always a fun time.
Yep.
But this has been a great episode. Florida State, they pull it out in the ACC championship. Please comment, subscribe, keep checking out our episodes. We got a bunch of great content coming. The seasons,
we do got a bunch of new shit coming too.
Yeah, man. We're
really excited about the future of the TTT.
Always sauce cooking over here, y'all. Keep checking us out. Keep tuning in. But for this episode, I think we're gonna wrap it up and get out of here, y'all. So peace.